Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Govind English Teacher. Today, I feel very happy because today Dr. Vilas is with us and is going to talk about himself. Sir, please introduce yourself, your journey, your education journey, and also I'll ask some questions regarding that. First of all, your introduction, please. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Govin. It's really marvelous to having good conversation with you, really. Okay. First, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Vilas More, and I finished my bachelor program in technology, master program in chemical technology, and PhD program in chemical technology in the year of 2005, 2007, and 2014, respectively. After
Yes,
finishing
yes.
my the higher qualification, I went to abroad. I'd been there for 2 years along with my wife and my kid. I enjoyed a lot of things there. I taught African students as well. I had been an assistant professor at Ambo University for 2 years since
Oh,
2015, uh, or for 2 years, 2015 to 2017. Then currently having an assistant professor at College of Food Technology, Naigaon, which is located 45 kilometers away from Nanded Hyderabad Road. Like
yeah.
so, I'm really happy
Sir,
to talk with you because this is I think this is the best moment in my life because I'm quite lucky because I'm able to speak with you now. Okay,
okay.
so so what's
Thank you
going
very
on,
much.
Govinda?
Yes, and so my question is, sir, actually, because and you worked in other than India, that means you worked in some other foreign country. So, in your experience, so what is the role of English language? So, what are your suggestions that upcoming speakers, those who want to learn English language, what are your suggestions or advices, and how one can learn English language? And what is the place of English language in our professional and personal life?
This question is really incredible. And
Yeah.
actually, what happened? English language has been emerging for 2 decades, or we can say that our India has had accepted the globalization process in the year of 1991. So after that, English language was emerging in India as well. Okay, so most of the people wants to do their business at global level, and most of the people wants to get the recruit to job. And nowadays, the most of the families wants to shift from developing country to developed country. So these are the these are reasons for we should take over on English language. Without communicating, without taking over on English language, we can't converse our language. We can't converse our wider notion and wide ideology in front
Yes.
of stranger. And nowadays, I'm also belongs to the education system. And
Yes.
I learned from primary education, secondary education, and from India. But in India, there are the plenty of problems in concept of the spoken English and reading English. Most of the students aren't able to read it single words, even though they have finished their graduation program or post-graduation program. So this is a really
Yeah.
tricky problem, and we should get over it. But I think during the COVID-19, our school system was totally deteriorated. So in those moments,
Yeah.
most of the students developed their spoken English communication skill because of social media, internet, and
Yes.
Android mobile. Because they got all this system and they develop, they were able to contact with the to develop native speakers going to this Android mobile. So really, English language must be learned. We can't survive at global level as well as local level without learning English language. And if you want to more than
Yes.
that,
Yes. Sir.
I would like to point out here, if you want to make our career in academic session, so that's means a post-graduation program and Doctor of Philosophy degree, or if you want to make the your career in lectureship, without English you can't teach. This is also one point. So
Okay.
definitely English is the
Nice.
indispensable language. We can't survive without it. And at a global level, one language should be mandatory, and this English language is
Yeah.
working like.
Okay. Without language, we can't survive our in society. We can't exist in society, and we
Can't
can't
develop
prosper and
ourselves, we can't improve ourselves, we can't get the more exposure at a career point, career level. So without it, we can't get just stick to our career.
It's
This
a
is the
window of
one.
opportunity. Without English language, we
Yeah,
can't imagine future. Okay, nice, nice, sir. It's a window of opportunity. Without having the English fluency, one cannot attain a good what we call job, and better future. Okay, nice, sir. So, how one can learn a language, sir? Because you just told that English language is very tricky. The most people are there just to learn English language. They are taking some coaching from the institutions. So is it necessary, or how one can learn a language, sir? According to your just opinion, according to your experience, and how did you learn? And what are the tips and tricks that you are going to give our new learners?
Yeah. I would like to mm, give the one advice to learners. They should try the Cambly app, okay? Because during the COVID-19 periods, during the catastrophic situation of COVID-19, I went through the Cambly app. I spoke with the international tutor through that app. So really, it made me over the moon totally, because in those moments I got the confidence. Whatever I talked with them, they understood everything. Whatever they spoke with me, I figured out everything. So really, I was full of joy spring in those moments totally, and I
Yeah,
wanted to prepare the IELTS exam as well, and they guided me properly, how to write the essay, how to write the letters, and how to convey our message in front of strangers, and how native speakers speak like that. They also told me like that. So in those moments, Cambly app is quite indispensable, because all the international tutors, especially
yeah.
from the Europe as well as North America, Australia, they are using the Cambly app. So we would get the better exposure from them. And if
I
we
think.
are able to speak with them, definitely we'll get the more confidence.
But one thing, sir, Cambly app is very costly. But our views
Definitely,
are.
it's expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that. I spent more than 50 to 60,000. I knew it, but it's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
expensive app, definitely. But actually, what happened? Other apps are working still. They are cheaper. But I don't get the more exposure, because what happened whenever other teachers who belongs to the India, they teach
Yeah,
English language in local language. For instance, in my Maharashtra, most of the teachers teach Marathi, English language in Marathi. So
yeah.
definitely it would confuse, and it would bewilder for the students. Therefore,
Oh,
I would
well
like to
done.
say that if you learn from the foreign authors, then they never speak single word in local language, and they explain all things in English language nicely, politely, preeminently. So definitely
Yeah.
we should we should try out for Cambly app if you have the money. If you don't have money, then we have the social media, internet facility. We can use it nowadays.
Yeah.
So
Nowadays, it's very
most
easy,
of the
sir. By
experts
using
are
this,
working.
mobile app, yeah, yeah. By properly in a good way, one can learn. Because I use an app, and that is Hello app. In that Hello app, we can interact with the nook and corners of the. We can interact with any person anywhere in the world. That I used that is Hello app. That is a free of cost, and
Yeah.
they provide a certificate also. Just I used the application and I interacted daily basis. I completed 300 hours by interacting, by listening and speaking with the native speakers, and I was given a certificate. That is Hello app certificate. It is a prestigious certificate, sir. Actually, I got it, and by completing 300 hours, by listening, by talking with the native speakers. I interacted with 13 hours without taking break. I've interacted and talking something, listening something. So for that only, I completed 13 hours a day in a day, other day, and I was the first user of long time. My name was just ranked in that application. So I was the first person who keep on talking. I interacted 13 hours. So that I was the first man on that day. Only every day they will select a guest speaker in that app. So by using more and more time. So I used it a long time. I used the application. I learned. I learned my confidence, my fluence, and my. So I can speak without hesitation and effectively, effortlessly, and efficiently, and with full of good exposure. I can and excel, and I can extend my experience in a great way, grand way. It's not an exaggeration to say something, but actually I feel that it's a very interesting. Yeah, okay, let it be. So many people, many engineering students are there. So they want to learn something to face their interview, to crack the interview, because without English language they can't get a good job opportunity. So what are the suggestions you are going to give, and how one can confident speaker? So is there any trick or tips, or actually, or only I have to practice daily?
Yeah, practice daily is essential, but we should add a more in it. For instance,
Yeah.
if you speak daily routine, okay, no man, you can speak with your father in English. You can speak with your mother, brother, sister, your friends, no problem. But uh, on the top of that, I would like to suggest that every student should read the books in English. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
reading habits is essential, and more than that, I would like to point out here the writing skill is also incredible. Writing, you should
Yes.
give the more priority to writing as well. If we practice on writing as well as reading, definitely our spoken English would be great, would be
Yes.
better and better and better in near future, because our vocabulary lexical resources would be increased, and by writing and reading. So definitely writing and reading skills should be upgraded by every student.
Okay, but I know, sir, I have some friends, and they can write poetry very well, but they can't speak on stage when they are given a topic. Some people are there, no, they are very good at grammar, but they can't express their ideas freely. Okay, writing and grammar and communication, because I think maybe they are interrelated. But in this juncture, we have to give a lot of priority to the communication skills. Okay, so
Yeah.
even some people are there, and, as we discussed now, they can write well. Okay, they are very good at grammar, but they are very poor in communication. So how they can come? Because they know the vocabulary, they know the grammar, they know the syntax, they know the what we call word for word. But when they are asked to say something on stage or off stage, and talk with a small group of people, they have some stammer, they have some hesitation, they have some phobia, that is what Anglophobia, and how they overcome, and those hindrances, how they come, because they know everything, but they need not to learn anything. But the thing is, they are not able to speak, because I think you have spent a lot of money to be a great speaker.
Yes, yes, I understood everything, whatever is said. Yes, because whenever we get on the stage and we are not able to express our single word in front of
Yeah.
strangers. Really, this problem is really. But actually, we can join the clubs. There are different kind of social clubs are there. We can join
Yes,
the
yes,
social clubs. We can speak with strangers, with them, strangers nicely. And more than that, whenever we get the opportunity in the society to speak English, we must speak English.
yes.
For instance, whenever we go to the tourist place, that time most of the tourists are able to. Most of the tourists want to speak English only. So we should
Yeah.
acknowledge. Okay, don't steer clear of them. Okay, we should express our vision, our views in front of them. Whenever we get the
Yes.
international persons, for instance, African or American or European in our country or in our neighborhood, we should guide them. We should speak in English with them. Don't lose such type of opportunities
Yes,
like
yes. So
that.
okay.
Actually, I almost always visit the restaurant, third star restaurant, 4 star restaurant, along with my kids. My kid is a
Yeah, yeah.
7 years old now. So whenever I get into the restaurant, I almost always speak in English, and my kids
Yeah.
often watch it. How to I speak English with them? So definitely he motivates often whenever he wants
Okay.
to. Whenever I speak in English along with other strangers or other on the tourist place like that. So I
Yes,
think
yes.
these are some ways we can improve ourselves. We can get the more exposure for ourselves.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to point out here one point. We should speak English in daily routine in our
Yes,
home
yes.
as well,
I think
along with our
this,
wife, along with our mother, daughter, sister, like that. We
yes.
would get the better exposure in home.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Like,
Okay, nice, sir. And you have given a great opportunity to talk with you, to interact with you. We have shared a lot of things, and those things and your experience will help our viewers, and many people will be, yes, inspired by your the way of learning. Okay, sir. Thank you for your great just
really,
inspirational
it's
words.
incredible to have a good conversation with Mr. Govinda. Really, it's a
Yes,
really marvelous to have a good conversation with you. Whenever whenever we get the opportunity to speak with each other, definitely I will speak with you. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your great word, a good
Okay,
word.
actually,
And I will,
definitely.
I will try to avail of this opportunity myself. With I will talk with you, and I'll just learn something from you because you work not only in India, you work rather than India. That means you have a lot of experience. Your experience will be very essential for our viewers, for the learners. And thank you, sir. Thank you sharing your knowledge, your experience regarding communication skills. And in the next, when we have time, I'll try to interact again. There we can discuss many things. I think. Thank you, sir. Okay,
Thank you.
namaste.
Bye bye. See
Namaste.
you soon.
Sir, see you later. Good luck. Okay.